Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, Poppies fans, wherever you may be, to the Impact Arena here at Alfreton Town for the last game of 2020. It's Alfreton Town versus the Poppies. Very, very good afternoon to you all. We hope you had a wonderful Christmas, and we are back with football here. Unfortunately, Boxing Day, as usual, over the past sort of 10 years or so, didn't happen. The rearranged Brackley game hasn't yet got a date, but we are here away at the Impact Arena. Pitch from here looks very good, and then when we turned up, it looked fantastic. And now I'm looking at the edge of the penalty area and the side that Kettering are warming up with. It's churned up wonderful, and there are some also boggy bits, and speaking to the players, the middle is also very, very spongy is the word they used, but no different to Latimer Park. Probably looks like Wembley actually compared to Latimer Park. But joining me, next to me as usual, to my right this time, is Mr. Paul Cook.
Greetings, seasons to you.
Yes, seasonal greetings. How was your Christmas?
Absolutely marvellous, yes, as it could be, I suppose, in the circumstances, but it's good to see some football. As you say, Boxing Day was wiped out due to the weather. This is the last game here of 2020 for the Poppies and for Paul Cox. Alfreton Town, of course, managed by Billy Heath, nickname is the Reds. As Ed said, it's called the Impact Arena, or you could say the Impact Crater, depending on where you are. And they are in 20th position in the league on 11 points from 14 games. We've just been given the team sheets for you, so that's absolutely marvellous. So there we are. The Reds so far they lost to Boston United 2-0 on Boxing Day. Drew 1-1 with Chorley. Drew 1-1 with Southport away. Lost 3-0 at Chester. 3-0 at Kidderminster. Lost at home 2-0 to Darlington. 4-3 against Leamington. And their next game was a win against Farsley Celtic. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 games without a win. So they're looking to actually do that today. But as I say, it's going to be quite a. Yep. Just got the team sheet. I'll go through the Kettering Town team for you if you've not already seen it. In goal is Adam Collin, 2 is Gary Storer, 3 Javon Anderson, 4 Ben Milne, 5 Ryan Fryatt, 6 Michael McGrath, 7 Callum Powell, 8 Connor Kennedy, 24 Carl Perry, 10 Michael Richards and 11 DeCarry Sheriff. Subs for Kettering today are 12 Ben Stevens, 14 Sam Jones, 15 Ashanti Price, 16 Jay Williams and 17 Ethan Johnston. Of course, it's a return for McGrath, who was ill in that game against Ashton last week, and also Callum Powell now is back with the squad, being cup-tied, of course, for that game against Ashton. We have no replay date yet of the Brackley game, likewise the Farsley Celtic game, which will have to be rearranged at some point to make way for the Leamington game. But there we are. As Ed said, yeah, the pitch is churned up while the teams have been on it pre-match. It looks like some golfing sods have been out there, hasn't it, really, and left the chunks of earth around. So there we have that. That's going to take a bit of time to sort out. Kettering, of course, only lost one game in the last 8 in all competitions, which is very good for consistency. And they could do with a win today, especially with other teams gaining advantage on them from the Boxing Day games. Kettering, of course, not playing on that day because, as we say, of a waterlogged pitch. I'm not quite sure what state the pitch is in today, but we're not there, so that doesn't really matter. As I say, on Saturday we placed Brackley Town away. We will cover that for you, Ed and myself. Also against Boston United on the 5th of January. Then at last we're at home on the 9th against Gateshead. 16th against Leamington in the Bill Base FA Trophy 4th round. Chorley on the 19th away. 23rd Darlington at home. And the 30th Spenamore away. How many of those games there do you think will take place in January, considering normally we play 2?
I reckon we're going to get 3 in this year.
3 games.
Yeah, because a lot of them are away.
Ooh, little controversial there, but yes, I think probably you're right. I'll just go through Alfreton's team for you. In goal is George Willis, 2 Josh Clackstone, 3 ex-Poppy Nathan Fox, 4 Connor Branson, 5 Toby Lees, 6 Adam Lund, 7 Dominic Smith, 8 Danny Clark, 9 Jake Day, captain Dan Bradley's number 10. 11 is Elliot Reeves, and the subs for the Reds today. Of course, we're known as the Reds as well, but they're known as the Reds. 12 is Will Atkinson. 14, Luke Rawson. 15, Sean Tutton. 16, Rio Molyneux. And 17, Teddy Irwin Maris. So they're on. The referee today is Mr. B. Watt. Let's hope it's what and not what he should have done, but
and not why.
And not why. Yes. So there we're all set up then for this game. As I say, this one is behind closed doors, as the Tier 3 now affects us all. From 3 games of having fans back into Latimer Park, it'll be down to 0 once again. So it's back as we were. There's a few officials on the opposite side. We're in a different position this season than we were last season, and well away from anybody else. That's probably a good thing. But we've still got the tannoy blaring over us wherever we go. We've got a tannoy blaring over us, but there we are. Music's been reasonably good.
It's a very strange selection I have to say, for a pre-match game. It's not very up and pumping and get you ready. It's very,
more ARO, isn't it? You know, really.
Well, I make it less than 10 minutes to kick off now. Both teams have made their way back inside the changing rooms. Only the substitutes and unused players are out there warming up. We have Reece Sharp is here, although he's not going to feature in today's game. He's out there with one of the youth players being put through their paces at the moment.
Just going to answer a quick question that I've been given here, that Connor Johnson is not on the squad. It's Ethan Johnston. So if you are confused, anybody there, it's Ethan Johnston in the squad and not Connor Johnson. So I hope that takes care of that little one there for you, little issue. Over back to Ed, if you'd like to carry on describing this wonderful stadium.
Yes, if you've never been, it's some of it may seem very familiar to some of you, but we'll get to that in a second. We're in this main stand here that isn't really housed for fans. You've got the directors area that we're actually sat in today, then you've got the press, and then another sort of directors area, which today is going to be used for the extended benches, as they're not all allowed to sit in the dugouts. To our right is a sort of a 3-tiered terrace system, all open air, apart from right at the back, where the bit that spans the middle third of the goal mouth, if you like, is covered right at the back. Opposite us, a nice small stand, if you like. It's only one tier, about 6 rows, spanning the entirety of the length of the pitch, although only 2/3 of it are covered. And then to our left, it's an uncovered stand. Yep, there's about 6 rows of seats spanning the width of the pitch, and that's the bit that might be familiar to some of you, because it does house the seats from Rockingham Road in there.
Yeah, they're at the main stand, and there's nobody in them, so it's the same as it was Rockingham Road towards the end. But yes, it's nice seeing the old seats, although they are getting a bit battered now, but according to the groundsman, when the ball hits them, they seem to shatter. And with some of our shooting, there should be a few more shattered, I'd have thought,
if
this afternoon.
If we can't have them, no one can have them.
Exactly, yeah, if you can't have them, that's it. But yeah, we're waiting for kick-off. It's, as Ed says, a rather gloomy, cold afternoon. The other stand where we were put in originally this afternoon, it was like an Arctic gale going through there, but luckily we've been transported to the other side of the ground, so it's a little bit warmer. As you can imagine, it's been quite cold today. With the forecast that's coming up, of course, we've got snow allegedly in the week, Wednesday onwards in Kettering, but it's fine at the moment. But if this game had been on yesterday, I've been told that it would not have gone ahead, as there was still water on the pitch. So they've done a fantastic job here, the grounds man and his team, to get this game underway. And let's hope that it's going to be to Kettering's advantage. Last game of the year for both teams. Both would like to end it with a win. And of course, this is a proverbial 6-pointer, I suppose, really, because they're only 1 point below us. But they have played 14 games to our 11. And a win today would send a few good signals out and keep Kettering's unbeaten run going, which is nice. Of course, Ben Stevens just coming off. They're giving us a quick wave as he came off. He's on the subs bench today, along with Jay Williams, Shanty Price, Ethan Johnson and Sam Jones making a return to the squad. And there's a few more players out there I don't recognise, actually, that are warming up. Probably some of the youth academy players being brought in.
And Reece Sharp, as I said, is out there as well. He's deemed not available for this match, but he has travelled with the team, which is nice to see. Nice team spirit, isn't it? Even though if you're not involved, still travelling with the squad up to it's not really that long a journey, is it? It was only an hour and 15 for us.
And that was with a stop, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was with a stop. So, I mean, a lot of these players are based this way anyway, a lot of the management staff and players. So it's pretty much round the corner. No coach today because obviously them travelling to Latimer Park to come back up to where they live is a little bit pointless. So everyone has travelled in cars, also helps a little bit with social distancing. And of course we can't wait to get you back at Latimer Park again, but we don't know when that's going to be because, I mean, we're Tier 3 at the moment. I would imagine we're probably going to be somewhere Tier 4 in the new year, but we shall keep it nice and ready for you for when you do come back.
One thing, if you you won't have been able to buy a programme for the Brackley game. We did produce a full 44 matchday programme, and if anybody would like to purchase one of those, I'm sure the club would like to sell those off. The game will be played in the future. Get in contact with the club for that, and it might be the last programme that we produced this season, because with all this inactivity and not knowing if you're going to be playing a game one day to the next with various issues with the pitch, the weather, and of course COVID, then this could be the final countdown.
Very good, as Europe's final countdown blasts out over the tannoy, which can only mean one thing: the players are ready to make their way out. Of course, there's none of this walking out together and handshakes before the game. It's just both teams make their way out when they're ready. Neither team out yet. I make it about 5 minutes less than now until kick-off. Here come the referee and linesman. Referee today, Mr. Watt. And
you're what?
I'm the manager. And the assistants, does it say on there?
H. Jones and S. Richardson. So that's your officials for having a private joke there, Ed and myself. If you've ever seen Fawlty Towers, you'll know what that's about. But there we have it. Looking at the spelling on here, it's been quite good today. Not many mistakes. Although they have missed Gary Storer's surname off the team sheet.
Oh, just Gary.
Just Gary. So
that's helpful.
Yeah, so Gary, we'll call him.
Here come the Kettering players onto the pitch as the music cuts out, as expecting a round of applause, but obviously no one here to give that, other than a small smattering of directors over in the far stand. And we're still awaiting the Alfreton. Kettering, of course, playing in a away strip of blue and white striped shirts with blue shorts, white trim, and blue socks. Adam Collin in his usual sort of lime greenish shirt. I'd imagine Alfreton will be in all red.
Yeah, I think they play in red, don't they? So, again, there'll be no confusion if you've got the black and white TV, of course. But there we are.
For those of you watching in black and white, Kettering are the ones playing in blue.
That's the one, yes. The old ones are the best, aren't they? Here's Javan Anderson walking over to us to deposit his water bottle right in front of us. We might have that later. Oh, no, we can't. Social distance, we can't touch it. But Paul Cox coming out to the dugouts, and we're sat by the, I think the home dugout we are. I thought it was going to be the away one, but it's the away home dugout we're sat next to, so we'll get a few interesting observations from Billy Heath, the manager of Alfreton Town. Out they come, and it's red and white stripes. I think last year was all red, but red and white stripes, and the goalkeeper is in an all sort of yellowy type outfit. And they do their little warm-up now. Looks like Kettering's kit from the RCI days back at Rockingham Road. And the away kit here.
Facial hair arrangement on the linesman.
Is that a syrup?
No, I think it's all his facial hair. But well, this is interesting. Both teams are making their way towards the same end of the pitch.
Ah, well, this is interesting, isn't it?
Well, well, Kettering came out first. Do they not get? If I was Kettering, I'd be stubborn. I'd say no, I'm not moving. But they are. Tell you what, if Kettering win the toss now, change sides.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
Get his water bottle. That's a strange one, isn't it?
Yeah.
We always come on that side, so we're going to play on that side until.
Well, yeah. So unfortunately,
this has been a pre-toss. Can they do that?
Well, I don't know. We say goodbye to Javan Anderson for the time being, as he heads over to the opposite side of the pitch. In front of us is Dominic Smith, the number 7 for Alfreton Town. The coin toss is happening. Honestly, I think if Kettering win this, I'd change sides, because there's no advantage either side, is there? I think there's a slight slope, isn't there? But
not that much of one. And also, really. Ed, if you can look here, the numbers on the back of the Alfreton shirts, very difficult to read, aren't they? That helps.
Wonderfully, they've put them in white, which stands out really well against their white
backgrounds. Yes. You have to forgive us if we get the majority of the names wrong this afternoon. We normally do, don't we? So there. Well, so Kettering to kick off anyway. It's Ben Milnes over the ball in the centre circle. McGrath is captain today. Of course, you all know that Luke Graham retired. If you're listening, Luke, best wishes to you for the season and New Year. A referee looking at his watch at the moment. Everyone is ready to get off this game, and we are off. And Ben Milnes hasn't done anything with it. He has now. What happened there? Back to Richens. And that's straight to the Alfreton number 4 Branson. Headed on to it's Alfreton in possession here with Lees on this left wing. Being tackled by Powell. Powell does well there, gets the ball, comes inside. He's running into their half, but he's gone too far. Clark has the ball for the home side, and Richens intercepts, plays it square, puts Anderson out on the other side to run. He's got DeCarry Sheriff, who he uses on the far side. He does. There is Sheriff, first touch. A lot of shouting, as you can imagine, going on. It echoes around with no fans in. Sheriff puts the ball through, calls for offside, and the linesman belatedly puts his flag up.
That was late from the linesman. I think he's already got the right decision, though, but it was took his time. But
he's saying it must be the syrup flag over the. Over
careful, he's right in front of us this
week. I'm not bothered.
1 minute on the clock. Then a nice bit of just interplay in the middle of the park. Nice to see Callum Powell back. Of course, he's been cup tied for the past few games. Can't play in any trophy games, which is a shame. But Kettering have been doing just okay without him in those. Kick is taken, headed backwards by McGrath. It'll be a corner for Alfreton early on, just over a minute in, and it's going to be on that far corner. So on the right-hand side of Alfreton's attack, just so you're aware, Alfreton attacking from our right to left in the first half, but we're in line with the final third of the Alfreton half. So this is about as far away as it can be for us, commentary-wise. It's going to be right.
Not ideal, but
it's perfect. We've got power. It's low. No one's picked him up. It's scuffed. Chance. Blocked. Good save by Colin. Kettering half asleep from that one, really. It's come back out to the player who had the shot. Header in the middle. He was offside anyway. Kettering half asleep from that one. It was a short, low corner, and had the shot been better, he could have troubled, but he scuffed it.
Also the header as well. It was offside, but it was a free header at goal, and Colin did well. He didn't know it was offside and pulled off 2 very good saves there very early doors. Rather like at Ashton the other week, Kettering asleep from the kick-off, and there was a decent chance for the home side. Played a very good free kick, a training ground free kick, came off, but they didn't score. Colin gets us back underway towards Perry. Perry wins the header, but it only goes towards Clark, and he's fouled by Richens and goes down, and there's an almighty shout from the home bench. Early doors here. This could be the first yellow. The card is out, and Richens early doors going to get a yellow card. A late challenge there on Clark, and Richens goes into the book. He's going to have to be careful now. He's got at least 85 minutes or so of this game. Well,
it's not even 3 minutes gone, and Richens is in the book. In other news, grass is green, water is wet, and I believe the Pope might be a Catholic.
Well, there we have it then. So Richens goes in, his customary booking, but very early on indeed. That puts him under pressure, and it's going to be a free kick to be taken by Clackstone, the number 2, right on the line of the halfway line, and he's going to put this in right-footed. Goes into towards the back post. Headed on there, and it's going to be cleared eventually as a foul on Milnes, and referee blows for that. Alfreton get the ball, but leave it, and nobody really interested in fetching it. Colin now does. 0-0 here at the Impact Arena. You're listening to Poppy's TV Audio with Ed Palmer and myself, Paul Cook, sponsored by Elgood's Brewery. I almost had the Impact creator, didn't I? But
you did, yeah.
I mean the Impact Arena. Sorry, any Alfreton fans if you are tuned in, but there we are. It's just a play on words.
Adam Collin then with the free kick outside his area, misses everyone, doesn't bounce, and causes a bit of trouble for the Alfreton right back, although he deals with it well. Pumped into the middle of the park now. Good challenge by McGrath, it was actually, all the way back to Colin, who pumps looking for Sheriff. Not really the man you want to be looking for. It's an Alfreton throw-in. Did come off the back of Sheriff's head last, and there are no real barriers over on that far side other than some advertising hoardings, so the ball is in the stand. The player goes to retrieve it, and right below there absolutely huge gantry that they've got.
Colossal, isn't it? It looks like an aircraft carrier from here, doesn't it?
It does. 4 of them up there with the camera, so if you're watching the stream, that's where you're seeing it from, opposite where we are. Back heel into the area, though. Chance. Goal, it is! Near post. Kettering half asleep at the back. It was pumped into the low into the penalty area. A back-heeled pass found the Alfreton man all alone, and a left-footed shot dispatched low past Adam Collin into his near post. Although from that range there isn't really any bonus for having a near post. Alfreton Town 1, Kettering Town 0, and Paul Cook has just dropped his microphone, which is helpful.
Microphone back working, I hope, but Kettering there asleep again at the back post, and a good strike. Didn't see who scored the goal, Ed, because my microphone was falling off. But 1-0 down early doors here, just 6 minutes into this game, and Kettering are now going to come back from behind. McGrath finds Anderson on the far side. Anderson loses the ball. The home side retrieve it. They seem fired up, obviously, but here's Conor Kennedy now with a chance. He's got Sheriff with him and Powell, but he finds Storer running inside, puts the ball through to Sheriff, but heavy touch from Sheriff, and it is finally cleared by the Alfreton player for a throw-in just in front of the home dugout.
Well, it's very unusual for us to be this close to the action, isn't it? We have literally got a front row view to the action here for this game. Conor Kennedy is within touching distance here as he leans against the wall in front of us. Long throw in the Javan Anderson, Fryatt, Perry, McGrath, all of them up there in the area. Waited for this throw to come in then in front of us. Kennedy. Arced run up in high, very high actually. Looped in, headed away by an Alfreton man. Gets a corner from it. That was rather than the drilled ones in. It's more of a floated one and gets a corner. We're still waiting for a ball to be passed over. Eventually. As that ball cannot be used until it's been sanitised again now, as is the world that we live in at the moment. McGrath then with this corner. It's going to be left-footed, swinging inwards. Oh, what's gone on there? The corner's come in. There's a foul against someone before the corner came in, so it'll be retaken. Referee now having a word with Perry, an Alfreton player, and Kennedy. Really sure what's gone on there, but we'll have another go. McGrath gets another chance to put it in. There's a lot of pushing and shoving on the line. In it comes. Back post. Anderson headed back across goal. Unfortunately, no direction on it, really. And it goes harmlessly wide for a goal kick.
It was Jake Day that scored for the home side. So just on that one there, but yeah, a lot of pushing and shoving in that penalty area. Anderson's header harmlessly going by George Willis. Kettering find themselves 1-0 down, and with it all to do very early on. But if you're going to concede a goal, I suppose better do it early on and hope that you can recover. 9 minutes gone here at the Impact Arena. Alfreton Town 1, Kettering Town 0. Yeah,
it was a low ball into the area, which then got back-heeled by an Alfreton man. Day, all the time in the world, took a touch, dispatched it left-footed low past Adam Collin at his near post. Not that there was anything he could do about it. There's a head injury as McGrath is down on the floor. As a lot of players crowding round Michael McGrath, the Kettering skipper.
Well, Rachel having to come on to attend
all
here.
The way over the far side, which I'm sure she'll like. Because Michael McGrath taking the armband from Luke Graham, as we said, has retired from his playing football, but he's not going to be a stranger to Latimer Park with the youth set up as well in the academy. He will be around. So,
good servant to Kettering, Luke. Nice lad, certainly a true professional, and he'll be sadly missed on the playing field. 185 appearances he made for the club in 4 spells, and seen the ups and downs at Kettering Town. And hopefully the rise of the new era of Kettering under Paul Cox. McGrath having to go off the pitch to be called on again in a moment. It will be a free kick to the Poppers. And Waiting to see. It's a throw-in, in fact. It's
Anderson taking it. Throws long down the line. Perry flicks on. Kennedy can't get there as there's an almighty battle. Another Kettering throw-in. Perry wants to take quickly. He leaves for Anderson, who's hot on his heels. This one will be taken, well, he stood where the ball went out of play, but it will be taken near the halfway line, which he does with his run-up. He's overthrown that to Perry, but it's another Kettering throw-in, despite Alfreton protestations.
Of course, this time last year, Kettering won here 2-0. Both goals scored by Tree Mitford, who's at Brackley.
Who we were going to see on Boxing Day.
We were, yeah. Both goals, one goal in each half. But Kettering need to come back. Throw in by Anderson towards Perry. He's beaten to it. Anderson gets the ball back. Left footed, puts it in towards Sheriff. It's headed out by defender, who allows it to go out for a throw in.
Sheriff and Powell looking very similar there, Paul.
Yeah, they are, aren't they? They're both very similar. One's got orange boots and one's got green. So, yep. It's going to be Conor Kennedy anyway with this long throw in. He's wiping the ball to get some purchase on it. Taking his usual stance. We got a close with that earlier on when he was in front of us. In it comes towards Perry. Perry flicks it on, and it's going to run out. No, it's been cleared. He should have let that go. That would have gone for a goal kick, but is a Kettering throw. New ball required as that has gone out of the ground and into the park behind.
So he'll get another chance. It's pretty much the same area, although I think he's a little bit further towards the byline this time. So there's an absolute love train going on the edge of the 6-yard box from multiple players. In it comes, headed away by Alfreton, comes out to Richins, who will shoot, although that's high, wide, not very handsome.
Another ball required. That one's gone out the ground and into some forestry behind there. This reminds me of when we play Altrincham. There's been more times the ball out of the ground.
Just seen a squirrel fall out of that tree.
Well, yeah, it's a bit like that, isn't it? There's going to be a steward there going to go and try and find it. Best of luck with that.
Hit him right in his nuts.
Very topical.
Christmas cracker there for you.
Oh, yeah, we're off. We should be off, shouldn't we? But it's Willis with this goal kick, 1-0 up by the home side. He pumps it into Kettering off. It's a good kick, isn't it? Little foul there. Colin has to come out. And the second attempt on the bounce, he collects it right on the edge of the penalty area. And
well, the issue was it didn't bounce for Adam Collins.
Well, it's a little thud, wasn't it?
Yeah, he expected it to bounce into his grasp and very nearly went through his legs. But headed up and not really away by Anderson. Storer gets there, plates it down the line to Powell, although I think that's going to out of play, which it is. Alfreton have a throw in right in front of us.
Yeah, strange being this close. I think the last time we were this close to a pitch was at Stourbridge when we were right on the touchline there, weren't we?
Yeah.
This is, most
great
unusual.
angle for the that free kick as well, weren't we?
Yes, don't shoot. Yeah, that was the one, wasn't it?
That's the one, yeah.
But it's a throw in to taken by Claxton. Push on Conor Kennedy by Branson, but gets the ball.
You can't give one and not the other.
Here's Mills now. Might try a shot. Mills. He's outside penalty area. Gets it to Kennedy. Kennedy gets it to Powell. Powell inside the penalty area. Right footed. Tries an outswinger over Mills' head, and that goes out for a goal kick. Anybody else that Mills might have been okay, but you're one of the smallest men on the pitch.
I wonder whether Powell was going for a Hereford-esque shot there. Actually.
That'd been cosy, wouldn't it?
Yeah, he's tried to. He's cut in again and tried to bend it with that right foot on the outside. Just wonder whether that's what he was going for, and it turned out to be an okay ball for Milnes, if you like.
Well, floodlights beaming out here. It's not a bad day for football, I suppose. Bit cool, but it's okay for Alfreton at the moment. They're 1-0 ahead in this basement battle to a certain extent. Throw into the home side, coming off Conor Kennedy. Right in front of where Billy Heath, the manager, is directing his orders. Certainly wasn't there, but Claxton pinching 10 yards from where it went out. Storer underneath it, but there is... it's good work here. Shot going to come in. It comes in, ricochet. And that's going to go for a corner, I think it does. And that could have been deadly for Kettering. There was an Alfreton player lurking around. If he'd got there, he could have tapped that in, but it is a corner. And Alfreton do look dangerous going forward. They seem not a yard quicker, but they do seem to be quite alert in that area.
Yeah, they are, and they've had a few good chances now, one of which obviously going into the back of the net.
It was a well-worked goal, wasn't it? That little black flick, and took Kettering by surprise.
Kettering got to be careful that this isn't one of those short, low corners again. I don't think it will be this time. It isn't. Clipped in, Colin punches and cleared by Kennedy. And Milnes can't get it away, and it's on the edge of the box now. Back to the corner taker, clipped in. Headed away by Kennedy. That's a better clearance from him, but back to the corner taker again this time. Slows it down and plays low. No one's tracking the man, and there's a chance on the right-hand side of the box again. In off the leg of Mike McGrath, that was, sorry, and out for a throw-in.
This is the third game on the trot that Kettering have been a goal behind. Of course, they won the other two. Let's hope they can make it 3 in a row. But it's going to be a long throw-in on the far side. We can't really see who it is. It's miles away. He changed his mind. It's Claxton with the ball. Puts one in the penalty. Headed out by Fryatt. But Alfreton get the ball back. Still with the Alfreton. Claxton again putting the ball in. Long. And the back post and on the line. But the flag goes up. But another chance there. Kettering very slack at the back. And if it had been for offside, that could have been tricky for Adam Collin. But he caught the ball and got away with it.
Again, wasn't to know that that it was offside when he made the save, although that one was more routine. So practically a goal kick this for Kettering. Of course, don't despair, Kettering fans. Kettering were 1-0 down in their last game away at Ashton.
Foul there on Perry, takes one to the head.
Yeah, he was all over him that time. Perry's still on the on his haunches.
He's still down there, isn't he? Having a word with the referee. And he gets up, still having a word with the ref. He reckons he got hit in the eye. But Perry walks towards the melee.
One of those awkward areas for a free kick because it's really...
It's going to be offside, isn't it? You know.
Too far out for a shot, and it's very central. There's no angle on it.
Yeah, it's central. Milnes is a lot of shouting you could probably hear going on here. Milnes delivers the ball in. That's going to go straight to the goalkeeper. And there was a little touch on the goalkeeper there. And of course the Alfreton players making more out of it than it should be. Well, you may have heard that, and it must have been a knockout punch then from that, because he's down and out. It does look like it to me. But a little bit of acting going on here.
I don't really know what their manager's on about. Fryatt's gone for the header. Keeper's got there first. Fryatt just...
listen to Billy Heath there. You'd have thought it'd been taking the left hook, wouldn't you?
Unless you're the last of the airbenders or whatever the film's called, you can't stop yourself in midair. But
if the goalkeeper there is...
it is a foul. He's not got the ball the keeper has. It's no more than that.
Well, the linesman trying to explain to the Alfreton manager who disagrees with the view that he saw, but it looked quite innocuous to us. There was a slight touch, but nothing nothing major. If we're going to get that all afternoon, then it's going to be quite an acting fest, isn't it?
It is a foul. Fryatt's gone into the goalkeeper. It's no more than that, really. Fryatt's already in the air when the keeper's caught it, so it's just a collision. It happens all the time. But,
mountains and molehills, I think, is the term.
Mountains and molehills,
But it is Willis anyway, who's recovered like Lazarus to...
me and the Alfreton management are going to get on just fine, I think, during this game. If he continues spouting the rubbish that he's just been spouting there.
Well, it's a good header. Alfreton making the most of it. They're going to get a corner out of this, and yes, they are. It from one to the other. The thumb goes up there, and... George Will's going to have a little go at the linesman under the instruction of Billy Heath. It's going to be a corner taken by the captain Dan Bradley on this left-hand side. Of course, the goal came from a set piece. In it comes towards the back post. Milnes is there. He heads it high, but only goes to an Alfreton player waiting on the wing. It's back to Claxton. Has seen a lot of the ball in this first half. Milnes is challenging him. Milnes does well, wins it. Clears it towards Sheriff. Sheriff, he's won that. He's done well. He's over the halfway line. He's only got... the linesman was nowhere near... he was offside, but the linesman was nowhere near the play.
Although I think that was so blatant that you could have seen it on the other side of the pitch. But it was Powell who picked up the ball and was running. It was Sheriff who eventually was offside.
But needs to keep up with play if he's going to put his flag like that. Not listen to the
only thing is with Sheriff, he has been offside quite a few times, but... It's good to see. It shows that he has a forward-thinking mind. No. If you want to read some of Mark Evans' jokes, you can do that in the comments section of the YouTube channel. We won't be dignifying this broadcast with such poor humour.
When you say jokes, I hope you're using that term. Ball comes in and Colin has to react quickly. He does. He gets the ball out, but it's going to go to Claxton again. Headed on, and Fryatt gets the ball back to Colin, who has to quickly get the ball towards Kennedy. Foul there on Milnes.
Yeah, he's just gone through Milnes, hasn't he?
That's by Dominic Smith fouling there. Not happy.
It's a foul no more. Ball was in the air. Player's gone into the man before the ball's gone down. Again, in American football, that's pass interference.
Free kick was taken too quickly. The referee wants it back.
It was a rolling ball, I believe.
Rolling ball. Oh dear, we've seen a few of those on television get away with it, but
no such thing actually in the Dutch leagues,
isn't there?
No, I've watched Dutch football. If the ball's only just rolling, referees usually just say, "Get on with it." Keeps the flow of the game, I think, is what they try to go for over there. Of course, there are
Colin then with it into the penalty area. There's Perry, but the goalkeeper has come out. He's headed out. Milnes underneath it. Foul on Milnes has been given. There's Anderson. Fryatt, shot by Powell. It's goal! It's offside.
Yeah,
a lovely goal by Callum Powell, ruled out by the linesman.
I have to say, he's getting the decisions right, but I wish he'd put his flag up a bit sooner. This linesman.
It was a great strike, one of his classic goals, and offside has been given. That's
Fryatt,
a shame.
Again, Fryatt was offside, but the would have been nice for the linesman to have indicated that a bit quicker, just for our benefit, because it was a wonderful finish.
Oh, it was a great goal. You're not going to see that, I wouldn't have thought, because it won't be on their highlights. I wouldn't have thought, but it was a great strike.
Outside of the box, whipped it into that top corner. Oh, no one's trucked the man on the left-hand side, and there's a chance here. It's Nathan Fox, the ex-Poppy. Into the area he is now. Ball gets clipped in towards the back post. It's not easily dealt with by Jovan Anderson as it's headed up into the air. Collins dropped it. And
the ball's gone into the net and a foul on Colin. This time
it's a handball by the Alfreton man. Unluckily, but it did bounce off Colin's hands and then off the arm of the Alfreton man.
So the ball's been in the net twice in the last minute.
I think the player's talked himself into the booking, or the referee thinks that it was deliberate. Jake Day, the goal scorer, I think that is anyway, because the numbers are quite difficult to see from a distance, is going in the book. And I can only presume that either the referee thinks that the handball was deliberate, which I honestly think would be harsh, or he said something to the referee about the disallowed of the goal, which has gone in for dissent. It's the only two things I can think have happened there. But I don't know about dissent.
Looking at the managerial teams here, it's amazing, isn't it? When our goal was disallowed, it was all jumping up in joy, and they have one disallowed, and you think the earth's going to cave in. And both decisions, of course, correct, but it's Colin to get us back underway. Foul there on Perry, being led on to. It's a throw into Kettering on the far side. We're into the 23rd minute here at the Impact Arena. Hoppy's TV audio, sponsored by Elgood's Brewery. It is Anderson with it towards Perry. He's beaten to it.
Kettering got to be a lot cleverer though from these goal kicks. That was all came about from them not switching on from a short goal kick. Here's Powell trying to do something with it. He's down, step over towards the byline, ball in, missed by everyone. Well, it was taken
air swing, wasn't it? Air shot there from Perry as well as the ball swooped in. It's going to go out for a throw in.
Yep,
and has
Anderson,
done.
Yeah. Anderson just got there first, clipped the ball over the on-rushing defender. The defender puts his hand up and says, "Yeah, understand that one. That was my bad." And free kick for Kettering, dangerous area. It's in line with the edge of the penalty area, only on the far touch line. Good work from Callum Powell, wasn't it?
It was, yeah. Nathan Fox there under pressure, ex-Kettering, of course, and there was rumour that he was going to join Kettering in the summer. That didn't turn out, but Powell hadn't.
Is that a chance you feel that Kettering should have done better with?
I think so. It went quite across.
Two air shots, weren't
there?
Two
air shots missed
Perry
it.
Missed.
Any touch on that, and that's at the back of the net. But anyway, it's Milnes with it. No free headers. Shies out Billy Heath. Nothing taken so far. Whistle goes. Arms go up. In it comes. There's Perry. There's Powell.
Oh, what a save.
Good save. Point blank save there, and a foul in the 6-yard box. But another chance for Poppies. Since the goal, they have created a few chances and nowhere near, not out of this game by anything.
That's a long way
to go, and they've certainly produced a few chances. Perry putting the ball back to George Willis.
It's a good save from the goalkeeper, although it would have been. He'd have been unhappy if he'd missed it because he was practically on top of the ball.
Well, yeah, he was trying to get out of the way, I think, wasn't he? Really?
It was actually Callum Powell who won the initial header, amazingly, and then swung his boot at it, but the goalkeeper was on top of him practically. Good save in the midriff of him, and then, as you say, Perry fouled, allegedly by the referee, the Alfreton man. Another header from a Kettering man goes backwards. This time it's headed away by Fryatt. Perry won't get there as it's cut out before it gets to him. Now it's out with, I think that's Lund. Lund now looking to George Willis, and Kennedy's going to force his hand a little bit. Headed up into the air. And away come Alfreton again. Middle of the park. That's an interesting effort there. He's on the edge of the centre circle. Adam Collin is on his line, and I don't know whether he's trying to stab the ball through to someone with. I think he may have done half one, 6 dozen of the other. So he clipped the ball harmlessly wide.
Collin then eyeing this ball up. Take this goal kick. Alfreton 1-0 ahead through Jake Dane. A poor kick from Collin, but Kettering gets away with it. There's a chance here for Sheriff if he can get onto it. He has done. He's done well there. Plays it out wide to Perry. Perry puts the ball into Kennedy. He's beaten to it. And Lund can't get there. Perry can. Perry down by the corner flag. Puts one in, but that goes for a corner. Good work there from the big man.
Yeah, it was actually. It's not bad as a winger, is he? Of course, he has got 1 assist already this season.
He has got 1 assist.
That was for Luke Graham, and he got the other one for Connor Kennedy in the same game against Kidderminster. But he can certainly cross a ball in when he wants to with that left foot, Carl Perry.
I prefer him trying to get his head onto one and putting it in the net, but still was good work by the big man.
Taking up his usual position in front of the goalkeeper. There's a lot of grappling there. Goalkeeper comes out, misses the punches the back of his own defender's head actually. Oh, and Richards is off.
Richards has got to go, yeah. I'd have thought on that one he deliberately brought the player down. He's been booked, and if he gets away with this, he'll be very, very lucky indeed.
Well,
he's gone away there. The Alfreton players are furious with the referee, and so is the management. They're just saying he's got 2 on 1.
I have to agree with the Alfreton bench here, actually.
Richards getting away with that because that's a red card.
I do have to agree with that because Richards has been beaten. He then just grabbed his man, brought him down. It's Kettering will view that as a very, very good free kick.
Well, the referee having a word with Richards, but very, very lucky indeed, Marco Richards, to be on this pitch. And it's going to be Willis to take the free kick. That could have been another disaster for Kettering if that would have happened. But Willis gets the game back underway. There's Fryatt, but he's beaten to it. Collin comes out, calls for it. Good call from Adam Collin. Want to slow things down. He puts his arm up. Number 9 in front of him there. That's Day. Good kick this time from Collin towards Powell. He's beaten to it quite easily. Flicked on by Fox. Fryatt plays it to McGrath. McGrath out wide to Anderson. Anderson. Ball down to Milnes. Milnes under pressure. Gets the ball to Sheriff, I think. He's beaten to it. And
out of play for a
throw.
I wonder, whether this ground had a couple of 100 fans in it of a red home persuasion, whether that would have been a red card, You
never know, do you? Certainly, in my biased eyes, and even I can't even say that was that should have been a red card for Richards, but we got away with it, and they always say these things even up, don't they? And that's one in Kettering's favour at the moment. But it's
unfortunately, we need a few against if we need them to even up, because
we do. Yeah, we've had a few, haven't we? But it's Anderson anyway. Gets the ball to Connor Kennedy, flicks it through, and then there's another one. That should be a foul too.
Although, having said that, if you don't book Richards for that one, you can't
look him for that. But
Kennedy's unhappy because it is a booking, but the referee can't book the Alfreton man and then not book Richards for what he did.
No, they were.
But it's a good area. This is where the chance came from last time for Kettering, where the goalkeeper pulled off a good save. It's again right in line with the edge of the box.
Well, the referee's having a word with Bradley, the captain, and
I think he's just saying no more.
Yeah, they've had one each now.
He's going to book him. Yeah, I've got to agree again there with the Alfreton bench. Unfortunately, I don't do it very often, agreeing with opposition benches, but I've got to do it there.
He has booked him, and he does go into the book.
I think he can find himself mightily unlucky.
So do I. He said there, what's the difference? And as you say, yeah, that is right. Let's hope then that Kettering can capitalise on this. That would 10, really throw them in the...
No, it wasn't. It was, I don't know, there's a lot of players in the way of him. Number 5, book in there. So Toby Lees goes in the referee's notebook.
A lot of shouting going on here. You can hear it at
high
pitch
line
level
from Alfreton. They're starting on the edge of the box, on the almost in line with the where the ball free kick is going to be taken from. There's a lot of pushing and shoving. A lot of Kettering players currently offside. Still words going on here. The referee not happy with where Nathan Fox was stood for the wall. In it comes for Kettering players. Perry's all over him. No, foul! Oh, and Howell's put it wide. I didn't see what happened there.
Well, there's now...
I don't know what's happened there.
Kicked him in the fucking face there, mate. You can't say you haven't seen it, because I've seen it straight away. He's kicked him in the fucking face there. You can't say you haven't seen it. Help him out.
There's a lot of tussling going on between
There
Perry
is,
and the man who went down.
Come on, you have to start seeing things. You can't just say I haven't seen it.
Well, Connor Kennedy and Perry having a word with the lino.
He's going in...
Billy Heath, you may have heard some of
the
this.
book. Yeah, he's going in the book, Carl Perry.
Well, it's turning into a bit of a scrap, isn't it, at the moment?
Yes, one of the disadvantages of sitting so close to the pitch is you are unfortunately picking up some coarse language. I'm not going to apologise for it because that's football.
Well, exactly.
But
all this about apologising for it. Well, it's tough, isn't it? It's what happens.
It'd be, if you were here, you'd still hear it. We're just giving you an authentic experience. I think we'll call it. But Carl Perry,
it is interesting to see how another bench sees the game, isn't it? And
actually, in all fairness, on a couple of times I found myself agreeing with them, which I never thought I'd do. But on other times I've stoutly disagreed with them. But yellow card for Kyle Perry. And the player is back up and moving. So it's going to be a free kick for Alfreton, but we don't seem to have a ball. I don't know where the ball is. It's where the ball is, actually.
There's no ball around. So
there's a dip behind the goal that it was hidden.
Yes.
There we are. So it's effectively going to be a...
Well, eventually we might get some football back played again after all this WWF that we've been seeing here, and all sorts
World
of bookings.
Wildlife Federation.
That's
what have they got to do with it?
Well, foxes,
Pandas.
squirrels.
Oh, okay, got you. Anyway, practically a goal kick this for Alfreton Town. Goalkeeper takes it. Big kick on him. It's towards this byline, headed by Richards, headed back by the Alfreton man, and then flicked on. Storer lofts forward. Perry can't get there. Kennedy gets his body in the way. He's fouled. And, Nathan Fox had just kicked the ball straight at Kennedy.
Having a go here at Fox.
Kennedy's not happy because he feels that Fox had kicked the ball straight at him deliberately.
This is balling over a bit, isn't it? Referee control here.
Well, do you know what? I think this has started when the referee didn't send Richards off, actually. I have to say, because Alfreton players and management were rightly unhappy.
Aren't they? They are.
And obviously there was then that fracas with Perry and the player there. Now Connor Kennedy's taken offence to Nathan Fox kicking the ball straight at him. I think, in all fairness, there's probably not a lot in that, was there? Nathan Fox was clearing the ball. The whistle hadn't been blown. He's kicked it straight at Connor Kennedy. I don't think he's done it deliberately. Kennedy's obviously going to be unhappy because someone's just blasted a ball at him after winning a free kick from 3 yards away straight into his chest. He's not going to be happy.
It's quite feisty now, isn't it? Every challenge is being challenged by both benches. We can't hear Paul
It's
Cox.
like the Telford game, wasn't it, actually, at home? That was a niggly affair. But this one is... the only difference in this one is that currently there is a goal, and that is Alfreton 1, Kettering Town 0, scored fairly early on.
I feel if Kettering should equalise, all hell will break out. That we will see.
Especially if it's a dubious goal. If it's a nice clean one, I think we'll be okay. But if it's a dubious goal, I think we'll see multiple red cards. It's certainly boiling over at the moment. And again, as a neutral, commentators have to say you don't like to see it, but you do really. In it comes, back post, Fryatt can't win the header, Milnes, volley, deflected, goal! Fryatt was onside, and Milnes had the shot in, it deflected in off Fryatt, Kettering a level.
Well, we just say it would be a fluky goal if it went in, and it did. So 1-1 back in the game. And
in all fairness, I don't think he was offside either.
No.
There was a man who dropped
miles
deep.
onside.
Yeah,
Ed.
he
miles
was,
onside.
He was, the majority of the line, in fact, had kept it. There was, I think, one man who'd gone a bit deeper to try and block a shot on the line, which was playing Fryer on. There is an element of fortune about it, but Kettering won't mind. 35 minutes gone.
They've
Alfreton won. Kettering Town won. Is it? Well, Ben Milnes has been given it. I thought it bounced off Fryer. It may have come off an Alfreton man then.
Well, yes, they've given it to Ben Milnes at the moment.
I thought it was Fryer, but I might be wrong. I've been wrong before. I'm sure I'll be wrong again. Well, this now Kettering have equalised. We might see a bit of a feisty affair, but Alfreton looking to get ahead straight away, and it's a ball on the right-hand side. Kettering have fallen asleep here. Oh,
he missed an open goal!
Oh, well...
Well, if you saw that miss that Price missed for Kettering against... where was it?
It was
Nuneaton.
Yeah.
This was even easier. He'd only got to touch the ball.
Yeah.
Colin was beaten.
He's
He'd have
fallen
been
over his own
2-1.
feet.
He fell over his own feet, mischallenged it.
Wow.
Greville Horville Smith would have gone berserk on Strictly with that one. He got his double entendre, and he's wearing his tutu. And wow, that was an escape there for Kettering.
Wow, Kettering have been let off. Kettering have been let off. They just fell asleep. Straight from the kick-off, straight asleep. Really fast attacking move from Alfreton. And Kettering have are somehow still level in this game. And I have to say, again, even through my poppy tinted spectacles, that has to be a goal. Flicked on by Perry. No one's running off him, though. Stephen Lee says, would have been funnier if Richmond scored. No, he's saving that to score the winner.
Let's hope so. But it's Alfreton once again on the attack.
It's Jack Day's an absolute powerhouse up there at the moment. Ball on the right-hand side by the corner flag. Javan Anderson knocks the ball off the Alfreton man, who's unhappy about it, but no one else is joining him in his protestations. It's a bit like cricket, where you see the third slip's gone up and no one else does at all. It's sort of quietened down quite quickly after that, don't you?
Well, this game's quietened down slightly on the feistiness after the action.
We do. Sorry, we're commentators, of course. We don't like to see
it.
No,
not at all. No, nothing to. Throwing comes in, and Alfreton again under Day here. Cleared this time by Milnes, eventually by Story. He's made a mistake here. Straw shot comes in, blasted over.
I don't know if that's
a free kick.
In all fairness, Nathan Fox has blasted it into someone's back garden, but I don't know how that was stopped for that. Kettering, suicidal defending there.
Yes, Paul Cox needs to get them inside at half-time and give them a complete rollicking for this, because defensively inept. And hadn't been for poor finishing from the home side, Kettering could be 3 down.
Let's be honest, McGrath got away with it by passing it out to Storer, and then Storer, whatever Storer was doing, he tried to take a touch.
Well, again,
and he's very lucky that that's been given as a free kick, because we're a long way away from it. But he's won the ball. He has gone. I think he's gone through the man after winning the ball.
If you were an Alfreton fan, Ed, watching this, you'd be absolutely disgusted at what's being seen.
But if that was the other way round, Kettering would be clearing it as well. It's one of the. He's got the ball. He's then continued through the man, and I wonder whether the referee's just given that for danger.
The dugout's quite a way away, and
no danger of any fracas on there. Rocky Ramshaw is currently back in awaiting entering the ring.
He's very calm. Is from what we can see, we're quite a distance away from the Kettering bench, to be fair, but it is. It's a good afternoon watching this anyway, rather than stuck in the house as it comes towards Perry. It comes off Perry's back. There is Powell to Storer. He gives the ball away. Kennedy gets the ball. It's a throw into Kettering. Kennedy takes it quickly towards Sheriff, who's on this right-hand side. He's got 2 round him. Sheriff with the ball. He's kicked. It's still in. It's out. Kettering throw in right on the corner flag. Tell him to slow down.
Richards and Ryan Fryer were livid with Conor Kennedy for taking that quickly, telling him the instructions were to relax Conor, not take quick throw-ins. But he's got something out of this.
He's not been taken to the correct place, though, is it? It's nearer to the corner
but
flag.
It is, with these throw-ins, it can almost be like a corner. In it comes, flicked on, back out to Conor Kennedy, who takes a touch rather than putting it in first time. Now he's in a little bit of trouble, actually. Goes back to Milnes. Milnes lofts that one in. Should be the goalkeeper's. He punches it, though. Offside was the Kettering man anyway. So the game will stop.
Certainly a decent view from this half of the pitch. I'm going to dread it in the second half, where we can't see where Kettering will be scoring the winners in.
Well, yeah, but at least this season we've gone with the standout numbers on the back of the shirt, which
Well,
is
that
a
is
little
true.
bit easier.
Yeah.
Gary Lewis, are we the dirtiest team in the world, or do we play against dirty teams every game? In all fairness, one of the things that I think were critical of Kettering in the last couple of seasons is they didn't have that edge to them. We were a very, very nice team. We didn't surround the referee. We didn't put in these nasty little challenges that you see other teams make. And Javan Anderson. Oh well, Javan Anderson will get booked for that. Alfreton wanted to play on. Referee stopped the game, but
He is.
this is one of those. I think Kettering have been missing that edge for a while.
And that's the fifth booking of the afternoon.
Keep hearing about suicidal defending. Where is Connor Johnson? Has he left already? We'll ask Paul Cox that after the game. He's not travelled with the team. We've not heard that he's left. So as far as we're aware, he's still with the club. And I think that probably is the case. We'll ask Paul where he was. Of course, there's been illnesses and things throughout the break, so it may just be that he's not feeling well enough to play. I don't know if that is, but Jay
He
Williams
played
is
well,
on the
didn't
bench.
he, against Ashton United last week after that penalty he gave away.
He did play well. You saw his inexperience a little bit with the penalty, but actually he did play very well.
Well, Fox is standing over this free kick. It's a dangerous position here. There's just one in the wall of Ben Milne. Oh, sorry, there's two in the wall. Ben Milnes and Sheriff. It's on the edge of the penalty area, just a few yards out though. Fox with it, and he'll like to put one over on his old team. In comes Fox now, right hand towards that back post as referee had to go straight out of play for a goal kick. That was poor.
Yes,
And,
both teams are shouting about something or other, but nothing ever going to be given for that.
42 minutes then we're into in this first half. 1-1 if you just joined us. It's been an exciting game for more reasons
Kettering are
than
going to feel very lucky to be at 1-1, first of all, let's say that. And secondly, with 11 men on the pitch.
That is true, but they are battling, Kettering, and really are a battling team, and we would have seen them capitulate probably a season or so ago under pressure, and the situation like this. Ball comes towards Perry, he heads on to Sheriff. Sheriff beaten to it though by Smith. And there is Bradley again, who's proven to be quite a handful, gets the ball to Fox down the balance side there, and it goes out for a throw-in. Right by the corner flag on the far side, about the furthest point from where we're...
Kettering is struggling in the midfield. You saw there the header was won, and it just bounced in the middle of the park. There was no Kettering player attacking the ball there, and I think that's where Alfreton are really good, because you saw when they get the ball in a little bit of time in midfield, they're playing these wonderful passes out wide.
Which could be a long throw, and they're packing that penalty area. Colin is out there at the near post. It comes in, it's headed back post, and that goes over. And
just gone over
into the where the Kettering
42
seats
and
are.
a half are gone. You're listening to Poppy's TV audio, sponsored by Elgood's Brewery. It's Alfreton 1, Kettering Town 1. A well worked goal from Alfreton early on. A nice back heel, and then Jake Day dispatching low past Adam Collin. Then, really, it's been a little bit niggly and a little bit feisty, but Kettering got back level. The tannoy here has given it to Ben Milnes. It took a deflection on its way through. I thought it deflected off Ryan Fryer, but
We'll try and clear that up for you a
it may
little
very
later.
well have been a deflection off an Alfreton man. Not overly sure. But goal kick taken by Colin, flicked on by Pezza. Bounces off the back of Powell's head without knowing much about it, and falls to Sheriff. Sheriff on the byline now. Ball in, clipped. Oh, it's hit the bar, sorry. Stayed in play. And Storen out. Lays the ball out to Richins. Richins clips it forward. Oh, well, Pezza was offside, as was DeCary. Sheriff.
Well, that was lucky for Kettering, really. It was a cross, wasn't it? But that just hit the top of the bar, and it came out.
Oh,
There's
well,
a mistake
the
there.
beaten McGrath. And there's a chance here for Alfreton on the right-hand byline. They break forward in numbers. Javan Anderson's got to be careful. Nearly gave away a penalty. That shot is blocked and should be dealt with by Kettering. Javan Anderson was just a little bit too enthusiastic in going for that challenge, and had he got any closer, I think there would have been a penalty given. Thankfully, he was a little bit further away than we thought back here. Adam Collin brings the ball down and just wasted a little bit of time. Calms everyone down as we've got a minute left, plus whatever the referee adds on.
Yeah, it's been a
Slice.
poor kick there from Colin, really. Sure will do well to get this. He can't. Fox gets there, gets it back, though, from
Well, that's more akin to Bake Off with that slice, I'm afraid. But
Yeah,
he
Bake
gets
Off.
another go at it.
He does, and Adam Collins a bit shaky at the moment, but
That's
it's just
better.
a better one in the centre towards Sheriff. Sheriff flicks it on, does well, but it's going to be Clark that gets there first. He does. Gets it to McGrath. McGrath plays it forward for Sheriff, who's 2 yards
Doesn't matter
offside.
anyway.
Linesman was nowhere near that to
It
even
doesn't
put a flag
matter
up.
anyway.
It goes out.
It was so overhit that it's gone straight into the arms of
Mary
George Willis.
Oh, sorry.
Well, I make it 5 seconds left. We've not seen a board go up for added time. Now, I presume there will be some with 2 goals
There
and
goes now. I
bookings and
think,
fracas galore.
Well, both managers will have a lot to say at half-time, that is
Won't
for
they?
sure. And certainly
Make that 2 minutes, I think,
2
isn't
minutes
it?
going to be added, is it? Yes, it is.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah,
good job there now, because then the board never got shown
this
this
way.
way. So
Yeah.
there we are.
Oh,
Collin
Adam Collin was
again,
not thankful for Fryatt for that. Fryatt passed it back to him about 3 yards away from him.
I bet Paul
If he'd have left it, Collin could have just come out and picked it
I
up.
bet Paul Cox can't wait to get in that half-time and
No.
give them a roasting because...
Unfortunately, unlike Ashton, we're not right above the changing rooms this
yeah, it was
week, so we
interesting, wasn't it,
can't,
last week?
we can't
Yeah.
hear what's being said.
Yeah,
There was,
no, and we couldn't tell you anyway.
well,
but,
Kettering have got to get through this corner first, as it's going to be clipped in right-footed on that far-sided gain. In it comes, headed away by Fryatt. A volley has slipped, and then as a Kettering player slipped as well. Cleared away, and a throw-in for Alfreton. It's Javan Anderson, the man who cleared that eventually. Will it be a long throw? Is it going to be taken short? No, it's going to be left for... I'm not sure who that is. Nathan Fox or Josh Claxton. Overly sure from down here. It's going to be a long throw-in anyway, because I can see him leaning against the barrier. Looped in, headed away. Oh, and missed at the far post. Good defending from Javan Anderson, who clears.
that was a chance
low.
there, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And it's given Sheriff no chance whatsoever of doing anything with
Yeah,
this.
Sheriff is running and putting some pressure on the goalkeeper, though, just making him think about it. Oh, he looks back and realises no one joined the hunt with him. And now Alfreton are allowed to play out from the back. Long ball forward as overhit.
That should see the end of this, shouldn't it? I think?
Yeah, I've got about 20 seconds left on the clock anyway. Adam Collin is in no rush to take this, despite the return of the ball from the photographer over there. But I would imagine this will probably be half time, because Collin hasn't even put the ball on the edge of his 6-yard box yet. And he's not going to have a chance to take it, because the referee has blown half time right on the dot. So then, interesting first half, a very exciting first half from Kettering. Alfreton took the lead early on. They had a chance, which was well stopped by Adam Collin, but just mere moments later, a wonderful back heel set Jake Day, away touch, and then dispatched low past the near post of Adam Collin. Then it's been a bit handbagsy, to be honest. There's been sort of niggles here and there, fouls. Richard's very, very lucky not to be sent off. I think even we here thought that was probably going to be a red card. And then Kettering equalised through a free kick eventually. Cleared away. Milnes had a shot. It deflected off who I thought was Fryatt. It could have been an Alfreton man, as Alfreton have given it to Ben Milnes to equalise it. Since then, it's been 6 one, half a dozen of the other. It'll be interesting to see how this second half goes. But
Just been looking at the teams going in. Paul Cox looks like, blooded thunder in his face, to be honest. He's not happy at all with what he's seen, and defensively, rightly so. It could have been far worse for Kettering, but as Ed said, it goes into the interval at Alfreton Town 1, Kettering Town 1. We're going to take a break for 10 minutes or so before we're back on air to bring the second half. Don't miss a thing. It's poised nicely for both sides, and be great for Kettering to get a win on the last game of the 2020 year.
Well, welcome back to the Impact Arena. It's currently Alfreton Town 1, Kettering Town 1. If you've just joined us, where have you been? You've missed a cracker of a first half, I have to say. It's been 2 goals, a possible red card, and lots and lots of fracas, to say.
Well, 5 bookings for a start.
Yeah.
I mean, that says it all. In fact, Billy Heath is still out here having a little chat with the referee after some of the decisions in that first half didn't
Not
go
been happy,
his
has
way.
he?
He's not been happy, no. And he's telling the referee what he should have done. And Kettering not yet out of the changing rooms. But yes, as Ed said, Kettering really lucky to have kept Richards on the pitch. We both think he should have gone, and that's rare you hear Ed and I vote against a Kettering player, but I think it was a red card. Billy Heath was right on that occasion. But Kettering survived that and survived going a goal down and come out in the second half at 1-1. Kettering now coming onto the pitch.
Yeah, so Kettering will be kicking from
That's
our
the fastest the linesman's
right
run, isn't it?
to
He can't
left.
keep up with play.
As Kettering are doing something a little bit new. They're going through a pre-second half warm-up in front of us with a member of the backroom staff who we've not yet seen or met, but he seems to have been working very closely with Rachel in the warm-up, wasn't he?
Oh, yes, I know. Oh, sorry. Yeah, it looks like there's a new addition to the backroom staff. We'll try and find that out a little later, but there we are. Well, we're about ready to start this second half. Referee has the ball in his hand.
Yeah, Darren Young. Unfortunately, I can't show the comment. It's held for review, and we shall keep it held for review.
Can I have a look at this? Oh, I just
Yes.
took it off. I couldn't see.
Yes, we did.
Well, I would have read the message from Dowser, but unfortunately that avenue of pleasure was taken away. But it's going to be Alfreton to get us back underway in this second half. It's Captain Dan Bradley, over the ball. And they're kicking from left to right, so you should get a good view this half of Adam Collin. Ball headed back by Fryatt towards Powell on the far side now. Powell can't keep the ball in. It goes out for a throw-in just by the halfway line. And no changes from either side at the moment. Headed out by Anderson, flicked on towards Perry. Perry flicks it on as well towards Kennedy. Kennedy does get there. Tries to find Sheriff, but no joy there. Ball looped forward. Anderson under pressure here, right in front of us. He's got the number 7, Smith. Smith doing well. Puts the ball through here. That should be a goal. It is! Well, in there again by Dan Bradley. It's the wonderful work by Reeves, actually crossed the ball on the bar line, and there was Dan Bradley to ram the ball into an empty net. 2-1. That's quite a shock indeed. Again, Kettering caught kipping at the beginning of a game, and they've conceded within the first minute of this second half. So Captain Dan Bradley putting the home side ahead.
Easy
and,
was that?
It was a lovely work from Elliot Reeves down here, beating Anderson, getting the crossover on the byline towards the back post and volleyed in by Dan Bradley. So Kettering with it all to do again early doors as they come away again. Obviously the half-time talk must have worked. The ball goes out of play and Reeves can't keep this one in. But that is a disastrous start for the Poppies at the first minute of this second half, finding themselves 2-1 down. Anderson with the throw-in. Beaten to it by Reeves. Foul on Mills, nothing given. There is Richards. It comes off Dan Bradley, the captain, the goal scorer. And Anderson will take this throw in on this left-hand side by the halfway line. I want to find Perry. Perry heads the ball on towards Mills. Mills can't get there. There's a foul by Mills. Free kick. And if you've just sat down from getting yourself a cup of tea from the half-time interval, you've missed the goal. No doubt that'll be on the highlights. This is being filmed, so at some point you'll see the goals. And it was a well-worked goal. Can't deny that. But
I don't know. I'm a big believer that if the ball is put low across a byline, someone's got to cut it out before it gets to the back post. I mean, it's I mean, it's across the goal line practically. Someone's got to get there, surely. But there we are. They didn't. And Alfreton have taken advantage of Kettering's very, very sleepy start.
Well, Paul Cox will be furious at that. The starts at matches seem to have been a bit of an Achilles heel with Kettering in recent weeks, but there on the damage has been done. It's Alfreton on the attack again on the far side. And Mills under pressure. Ball comes in, headed out by Fryatt. Then cleared towards Sheriff. He can't get there. And flick on. There is number 9, Day. Gets the ball through to Colin. Colin steers it on the right-hand side, plays it long, but intercepted by Smith. And that goes out for a Kettering throw-in. 2-1 to the home side. And just 4 minutes gone in this second half.
Kettering just haven't started in the second half at all. As throwing from Storer goes down the line. Not really too sure what the shout over there was for. Richards gets it through to Sheriff, who can't get there. Again, I'm not really too sure what the shout is for there. McGrath has it, as there's a bit of flickering on the floodlights. Is it? Not too sure what's going on there. Floodlight failures are the last thing we need now, although it might help Kettering a little bit. Ball down the line. McGrath deals with it. Gets it out to Anderson. Anderson plays it forward towards a red shirt. Sheriff gets in the way again, though. Loses it. Richards gets in the way this time. And now Richards just clips down the line. And Kennedy's going to try and chase it. It should be a red man first. It is. And they're cleared away by George Willis. Brought down in the centre of the park. Kettering are just not getting towards any of these at the moment. That ball forward. Yeah, well, Elliot Reeves let that one run out of play, but I don't think he was expecting it to hold up in the ground as much as it was. He made a last-ditch attempt to try and keep it in, although the play had gone. Goal kick for Kettering. Kettering are going to have to find a way back into this match again. And they're going to have to try and find something special, because certainly the first few minutes of this second half have been really rather poor.
They keep shooting themselves in the foot, don't they? Once they get back into a game, they have been shooting themselves in the foot in the league.
Oh yeah, Jeremy Fretter says we can't have too many bullets left to shoot ourselves in the foot. I don't think we've got too many feet left to shoot.
Well, the chance here with that, because the goalkeeper just cutting out from Connor Kennedy, who's advancing down, and he stoops down, collects the ball just on the edge of the penalty area. Kennedy comes back, no changes we say from either side. After won't be making any at the moment because of that excellent work goal, as Ed said, should have been cut out probably, but still taken well. And Willis gets it back underway. Fryatt misses it and puts Anderson under pressure. Here comes Reeves. Reeves is in there. Might be a shot here. He's turning. Swift turns again. Intercepted and cleared by Richards. But the ball's in there again. Kettering very nervy at the back. Fryatt misses it again, puts the ball through. And Colin has to come out desperately, gets the ball somehow to Sheriff, who looks up, no one really to help him. Sheriff still with the ball, and he loses it, goes out for a throw. And Kettering so nervy at the back end.
They're just missing headers now. It's, McGrath's misjudged that one, which has allowed them to go in. The ball goes up, Fryatt's misjudged that one again, and then left Adam Collin in the dark brown stuff, sticky stuff, and Colin's done okay with it. But what's going on here, really, from a Kettering point of view? Okay, come Alfreton again. Richards got to be careful. Good challenge that from McGrath, though. Oh, line, have a look. They're both at it. There's well, both the management teams feeling their aggrieved, but here come Kettering on the right side. Ball in from Kennedy. Oh, really good save by the goalkeeper, Sheriff. Oh, he's taking it too wide. Still got the ball, though. Chance on the left-hand side of the box. Isn't he? Ball in. Powell. Oh, it's in. What a goal. Callum Powell equalises. Great work from Dakari Sheriff to keep the ball alive. It was a good save initially from the goalkeeper to take it away from the Kettering man. Sheriff, we thought the chance had gone. He'd gone too wide, took too long, as you said, Paul, but eventually found a wonderful ball out. No one near Callum Powell. Left-footed, smashed it in off the post. Really, really good goal that from Kettering, and they're back in this, and Kettering have got to make sure that they defend this lead this time. Oh,
well,
there's
indeed, yeah, they have,
point,
haven't
sorry.
they? Yeah, they really have. I mean, every time Kettering get back into it, they shoot themselves in the imaginary foot, and it was a great goal from Powell.
Really good finish.
Yeah, really good finish. He had one that was disallowed through offside earlier on in the game, and this really makes up for it. His rich vein of scoring form continues. 2-2 here at the Impact Arena.
It's Desmond,
yes, the Desmond, as Ed calls it. And you're listening to Poppy's TV audio, sponsored by Elwood's
hang on,
Brewery.
the referee speaking to the linesman. There was a fracas, wasn't there, with McGrath and one of the Alfreton. Was it Fox? The linesman's obviously seen it. They were both at it, really. Well,
we can't say handbags, can we? Because you get thrown off the.
you do, yeah.
we
There
can't
was a fracas. There's a long conversation with the
there was
referee,
a
and he's
fracas
going to speak to.
Well, I'm not sure what's going on here. He's going over to see Paul Cox. Paul Cox, Ben Marvin is. Paul Cox now is having a chat with the lines. I'm not sure what's going on.
Well, if the referee is going to have a word with Paul Cox, surely he's got to be having a word with the Alfreton bench.
Oh, here, they're equally as
the
adamant,
game.
weren't they?
All game.
Well, has Cox been sent off?
No, not yet.
Well, we're not sure. There's certainly some animation going
Not
on down
happy,
there.
are they, the Kettering bench?
And we'll try and find out later what all that was about. But
Well, nothing has come of it, just a conversation. And, well, that's interesting.
well, there's a yellow card coming out.
Yellow card for McGrath, maybe. Is there going to be a yellow card for the Alfreton man as well?
I would doubt it. Yeah, McGrath goes into the book. Well, all heck has broke out now.
Oh dear, now there's Alfreton players coming over to get involved in the kick-off.
Well, he's got to book the Alfreton player, surely for living around as well. I mean, it's only fair.
6 dozen the other, isn't it? Well, the Alfreton player's not going in the book.
No, well, he wouldn't, would he?
No, of course not. Anyway, we get back underway after a lengthy delay here at the Impact Arena. Kettering back on level terms for the second time this game.
Well, it's the 7th booking of the game so far. 5 Kettering and 2 Alfreton. As Sheriff plays the ball back to Milnes. Milnes to Richins, lucky to be on the park.
He is,
back
yeah.
to Milnes, and he finds a good ball to Store on the far
Still
side.
on for a Richins winner.
Yes, I'll take it. And
Oh, yeah,
Store
absolutely.
under pressure now has to play the ball back to Fryatt. Fryatt clicks it, but Fox intercepts. Back to Fryatt, who comes in. It's intercepted again, and away now come Alfreton, looking dangerous going forward, gets the ball out here to Reeves, who's caused all sorts of problems, comes inside, Anderson puts the ball in, cleared by McGrath, and mistimed the bounce there, and there's Perry, and an offside flag goes up, can't see how that was.
I'm not
but,
sure about that one.
our angle's not good, Ed.
No,
but,
it's not. I don't know.
Must have been a millimetre in it then.
I'm not sure. Mark 7, I'd have sent 3 Alfreton players off there. Well, if you had your way, Mark, then we'd be abandoned for 11 Alfreton players off. But there we are. Well, chance here for Alfreton to put the ball forward from the centre circle. In it goes. Flicked on. Storer is the man there, though. Deals with it. Away, Alfreton throwing halfway inside the Kettering half. Their turn to put some pressure on the back line.
Well, it's certainly been an explosive game in more ways than one, hasn't it? 12 minutes to the second half. Kettering found themselves a goal down on the 46th minute. And Callum Powell getting Kettering back level. And Callum Powell becoming quite a success story for Paul Cox since he's been here from Tamworth. He's got the ball now on the far side. Storer clears it towards Perry's pushed in the back, and it reaches Connor Kennedy. Connor Kennedy's only got Sheriff in front of him. If you can release him, he might not be offside. Kennedy's still with it. There's only Sheriff in the middle there. Goes for corner. Good work there.
Good work. It was very similar to the goal he scored against Kidderminster, wasn't it? Where, although this time it was Perry hadn't won the flick on, but it was on that side. Kennedy on the right-hand side, bearing down on goal. This time Alfreton dealt with that threat, but only as far as a Kettering corner. McGrath to take it. The recently booked McGrath, so left-footed swinging inwards towards the
Toppers are a second-half team, aren't they? They seem to have got most of their results in the second half this season. I'm trying, Ed, I'm trying. And in comes the corner, Near post, there's Perry. It's flicked on towards the back post. Cleared. There's a scramble. More of a scramble. Comes in. Can't see what's happening. It's then thumped out. And Alfreton get away. It's 2 against 2 here. This is dangerous times down for Kettering. Good interception, though, by Storer. Well done, Gary Storer. He's got Powell on this left-hand side now. Powell. He's beaten to it.
Gary Storer.
Great work from Gary Storer.
I think every one of those players owes Gary Storer a drink. What a great interception that was. Crucial. Misses that. It's 3-2. No doubt in my mind. Not to say that I don't trust Adam Collin, of course, but it would have been 2-on-1 against the goalkeeper, and goalkeepers very rarely come out on top in those. Yeah,
I have to agree with that one. It's going to be a throw anyway to Kettering. It's going to be Connor Kennedy. You can't really see where he is.
He's right down past the away
huddle of stewards around him. Is that allowed?
I think they're actually substitutes.
Oh, right.
Yeah, catching substitutes
Stevens.
as well.
Ben
Ben
Stevens
is there. You see the ponytail. Ball in, flicked away. Flicked back in by Milnes, of all people. That's going to be a foul. Yeah, Anderson's gone straight through the back of the man there. But I wonder how long it'll be before we see the chess match come into play with managers making substitutions. Nothing made yet.
No,
I've wondered whether Richards would be off at half-time, I have to say, considering he's lucky to be on still, and whether it might be worth...
Well, Willis gets us back underway. It's towards Bradley, but Perry gets there and then loses the ball. Milnes has got it back towards Powell. Good turn from Powell. It's on the halfway line. Feeds it through to Richards. Good ball here to Sheriff now. Sheriff wide on that left-hand side. Nobody in the penalty area yet. Still Sheriff pushed. Gets the ball over towards the back post, and that should go out of play. He was pushed though in the back there, and it put him off balance. Goal kick.
No, it's nice to throw in. It hasn't actually gone out of play over there. I agree with you. I'd started looking at the screen again to make sure we were all broadcasting, expecting it to be a goal kick, but it's actually stayed in play. And out of play on the far side for Fox to take the throw in. Looks like it will be long down the line. There it is.
I wonder what the tendency is at.
Well dealt with by McGrath, that one. Unfortunately,
he had his hands all over him.
Milnes is down. Oh, dearie me. Now
two Kettering players down actually now.
Wrong. Well, there's a lot of red cards elsewhere in the league, I have to say. I'm very surprised we've not seen anything here, as there's another huddle of players. Milnes and Kennedy, the casualties on this one. Milnes for the first one, and then the ball was allowed to play on, and then Kennedy on the second one. I don't know what's going on here. The referee's speaking to someone. There's about 12 players around him. He's speaking. It's going to be a yellow card. Is it a number 8? Maybe Danny Clark.
Danny Clark.
I think it's a number 8. Again, the way that Alfreton have their shirts, there's red and white stripes, and their numbers are white as well, which means they blend in. I think it's number 8, Danny Clark, and of course all the action would be happening on the furthest point away from us.
That is true. So he goes in. That's the 8th booking then for this afternoon. So,
Mr. Watt, leaving us wondering why.
Exactly. We did say that, didn't we, before the game?
There we are.
What, where and when, but we're here.
For Kettering then. McGrath's going to swing this one into the penalty area. It's a long way out and on an angle, so not a bad area. Flicked in, headed away. Won't be away. That's a foul by Milnes. No booking for Milnes this time. People are saying it's a 7th booking and not 8th.
8th.
Definitely?
Yeah, 5 for Kettering and 3 for...
Why can I only see 4 bookings down there then? For Kettering.
Could be 7. Well, there was...
1, 2, 3, 4.
5.
Where's the 5th? No, that's... Fright's not been booked.
He has now.
Has he? No. So what we're saying is it's
7.
It is 7 bookings.
7.
And what we're saying is you can't count.
2:30.
Oh,
heads on here, comes out comes Colin. Good save there as Fox was bearing down.
No prisoners takes out Gary Storer.
Yeah.
But we were off guard there. It was a long kick from Alfreton, flicked on. Adam Colin alert. Thanks, Darren Young, for that. At least you're keeping count.
Must be doing it through a Ouija board then.
Just Kerry Sheriff twists and turns, can't get away from his man, and then the clearance is thumped off the Kettering man for a goal kick for Alfreton. Can't see any changes being readied yet from either bench. We've had, nearly 18 minutes of this second half. 2 goals each half.
Yeah, very quick goals, in fact. For Alfreton, the beginning of the first half, the beginning of the second half, and Kettering fought back both times. Make it 2-2 at the moment. Plenty of time, though, for a winner from either side, obviously.
Gary Lewis says, imagine how many cards there'd be if this was an old-fashioned 80s match. Well, there wouldn't be any cards if we had to...
No, it would just be like...
Get on with it.
Get on with it, wouldn't it?
Stand up, shake hands, move on.
That's a poor ball there from Richards.
Yeah, Powell, even I could hear him from here, Powell was screaming at him to play a crossfield pass, because look at the space he's got.
Yep.
Richards tried to play it down the line, has put it out of play for a throw-in. Throw-in taken long, headed away by Anderson, and then helped on by Richards, only to the back line of Alfreton, who clipped down the line again. McGrath's going to have to deal with this. He's got one, plays it back to Colin, who was off balance, and there's a chance here, but Fryatt deals with it. I don't think he's meant it. I don't think he's meant it at all. Kennedy's just put his arms out to steady himself, has caught the... Kyle Perry unhappy with the linesman. There wasn't anything in it from Connor Kennedy. He's put the arm out as every player does. He's not led with the elbow. He's not put the elbow into the face.
Well, they're shaking hands of 2 players, haven't they? So there's no animosity there.
Put the elbow into the man there. There was then Connor Kennedy and the man who he'd adjudged to have fouled. The man then got... they're still speaking. Yeah, they're not happy, are they, with each other? They're still having an argument. Referee's taking his time over it, surrounded by 4 players who weren't involved in anything.
It's amazing, isn't it? That they're getting the talking to. The 2 players that are involved have gone miles away. So.
Yeah, 2 players that are involved have shaken hands and got on with it. There's 4 players that weren't involved that are now being spoken to by the referee. Oh, no, Connor Kennedy's not happy with Nathan Fox. Thing is, Lino, refs lost this game way on.
Well, the referee now is going towards his back pocket, and I think Kennedy's going to go into the book. Yes.
That is the 8th.
That is the
8th booking.
I did say Kennedy, didn't I?
No, you said Fryatt.
Fryatt, yeah. So he makes it number 8 then.
Number 8 for number 8.
For number 8. And
I presume then I think
the
number 9 as well. Yeah.
Well, if he gets booked the number 9, he's off. He's been booked once.
It's not the number 9 though, is it? It's the number 4.
Number 4.
It's Connor Branson going to go into the book as well.
That's 9 bookings.
Their little disagreement has ended in them both going on the card list. I know it's just been Christmas, but this referee's got everyone on his list today.
He has, hasn't he? He's going to write an essay when he finishes this game. We'll be up till 2 o'clock doing it, I would have thought. But there we go. He's got 9 now to do. And
we've nearly got a full team of bookings anyway.
Yeah,
free kick taken. Headed away by, I didn't see who that was. Flicked back in, it was Fryatt, and then Storer lumps away Powell. Not quick enough on that occasion. Throw in on the far side underneath that huge gantry.
Massive, isn't it? So it looks like the Titanic up there, doesn't it?
It does, yeah. It looks
hopefully it
does look like the command deck of a frigate, doesn't it?
It does, yes. But throw-in being taken quickly, headed out by Richards, flicked on by Powell, and the ball reaches George Willis. Headed on. And he falls down, does Storer once again, and gives possession to Alfreton. That's a poor cross, goes for a goal kick.
Yeah, good. That's a good outcome that for Kettering, because Gary Storer slipped as he went on his way to close
it was flicked on, wasn't it? And
it was flicked on, but Storer's lost his foot in. Maybe some longer studs needed, although he was in that area. You see the central area there. Paul, obviously not anyone watching.
Pitch now they're cutting up rather.
It's cutting up, isn't it?
Yeah, you can see it.
But it's still in good condition, I have to say. There are certainly a lot of it.
Well, compared to ours, it looks like Wembley, doesn't it? Even like this, but there we are. Nothing we can do about that.
The only thing that you'd say is the ball isn't bouncing as freely as sometimes. It sort of thuds rather than bounces off. Adam Collin then goal kick. Good kick from him this time. Perry the target. Perry's missed all of them. It's gone over everybody. Fox resuming his discussion with Connor Kennedy. This time Kennedy wins that one.
Of course they were both at Corby together, weren't they? I suppose Kennedy and Fox might not have been actually. I'm not sure, but they both played for Corby, didn't they?
Regardless, they weren't happy with each other a few moments ago. They're not going to be best mates, I don't think.
with the stubble that he's wearing as well. Fox, must be careful. It's a good shave, but it's going to be a throw in.
Kennedy then, long throwing on that far side.
Come on, Connor. Oh, I should have said that, shouldn't I?
On the edge of the box, in line with. It'll be an arced run up again, you'd expect, to get a little bit more purchase. There it is. In it comes. Flicked on by Kettering. No one there from Kettering shirt. Sheriff nearly landed on it, but Alfreton deal with it. And that may stay in play, which it does. And Alfreton bring the ball away. A nice turn away from Richards. Oh, it's been missed by Gary Storer, but thankfully the ball is too heavy for the number 9, Jake Day. And it goes straight through to Adam Collin, who bowls it straight out of his area and kicks straight back. Perry the target again. Perry misses the flick on. Away come Alfreton, but Perry gets in the way of that one again. Away come Alfreton again. That excuse me, that ball is heavy, and McGrath has to keep that in play here. Plays it into Richards right in front of us. Fry it now in the centre of the Kettering half. Fry it out to Storer in the right back position. Clipped forward, looking for a Kettering player. Finds no one but Alfreton again. Away come Alfreton forward. A ball into the corner. McGrath needs to deal with this, and he hasn't. And Alfreton are in. It's gone a little bit further wide than he'd have liked, but he'll get a chance to come back in. Twisting, turning. Oh, it's gone through everyone. And it'll be a Alfreton throw-in. I think it's come off Adam Collin at the end.
Well, that was if that's a save, that was a great save, because it looked like it was going into that top corner on the far side there. And but poor work there from McGrath, allowing that to go through.
It's a couple of times now he's just misjudged
Just
the flight of
misjudging
the
it
ball.
all the time, hasn't he? And that could have been very, very costly. As it is, it's going to be a long throw-in on the far side. And it might not be a long throw-in. It is going to be one. He's now...
Oh, it might not be still.
Might not be still. But
Yeah, no, it is.
Yep, there it comes in. And headed out. Eventually, no, it's not. A shot comes in.
Oh, he's missed. How on earth?
Well, he puts his hands to his head, does Dan Bradley. He's been given an almighty chance to put the home side 3-2 ahead, and he slams it wide of Adam Collin, who was static on his line. That was a chance. And the home side should be 3-2 up there.
Very
and
good
the
chance.
Staff down here on our left-hand side know that was a chance. And Kettering very fortunate to be 2-2 ahead at the moment.
2-2 ahead?
2-2 ahead.
That's an interesting scoreline. I've never quite seen that
It's
one.
called curling, I think. It is Adam.
2-2 was the Australian cricket score, wasn't it, earlier? 2 runs, 2 wickets.
Interesting,
Well,
the ball
that ball's
comes
gone
through.
over
But
everyone.
yeah. Looks like Alfreton just up their game slightly at the moment, and posing Kettering a few problems defensively.
Oh,
Another
McGrath missed it
mistake there,
again.
this time by Fry, who then fouls.
No way. It was
it's
McGrath who made
cleared.
the mistake. And then
Kettering can't keep the fit. It's been
That's
flipped
foul.
through. Can Powell keep that in? He has. Good work there from Powell on the far side. He's got nobody with him at the moment. And the ball reaches Storer rather fortuitously. Storer gets the ball over, and that's cleared easily by Alfreton.
Throw in.
And, throw into Kettering.
McGrath let it just go straight through his legs, didn't he?
Yeah, it must be the pitch for some of the bounces.
In all fairness, in that
people know about the Burton bobble. This was the Alfreton bobble.
I think McGrath expected it to bounce a little bit more than it did, and when it didn't, he misjudged it.
Having spoken to, I think McGrath it was earlier on in the season, he was saying playing at Burton Latimer, you've got to concentrate so much on the bounce and the bobble, and that could be sort of similar here, but he doesn't.
Well, this is. As the throw comes in, I'll hold that thought for a second. Flicked on by an Alfreton man. Flicked on by Anderson. Cleared away at the front post. Keeper comes out, punches. Wins the punch well. Perry doesn't get the ball to Kennedy. Kennedy does well, but Perry has clipped the Alfreton man. I think the pitch is a bit deceiving because you look at it and you go, wow, what a pitch. It's flat. It's got a lot of grass on it, but then it's that bounce. It just doesn't.
It's very spongy, isn't it? And
looking at the options Paul Cox has on the bench, maybe it might be time Jay Williams comes on for one of the centre halves, just to bring in a bit more freshness, maybe.
Can you say that?
That was a very interesting instruction from
we can't broadcast that one either, but it was an interesting one. I haven't heard that one at a football match for a few weeks, I must confess. But Richards heads the ball on towards Sheriff. Sheriff loses it. Milnes intercepts it back, gets it through. There's a good ball here to Connor Kennedy now on this left-hand side. Kennedy's got Sheriff with him. Milnes rushing into the penalty area. Still Connor Kennedy. Kennedy still with the ball, looking for options. Plays it out wide to Storer on the far side. Storer takes a touch, puts the ball in, but it's a poor ball by Storer. Easily dealt with by Alfreton. And now it gives them a chance to come away with the ball, which they do. And it's a good ball here. it's going to be a chase on, but it's going to be Reeves who's caused all sorts of problems for Kettering. He's inside the penalty area, turns one way, in comes a shot, good block by Richards, headed on by Conor Kennedy, and there is Sheriff under pressure. There's a foul there, nothing given by the referee.
Yeah, 6-1
and it's Alfreton under the attack again, and this time Reeves can't get the ball, but certainly when Reeves gets that ball down this left-hand side, he's posing all sorts of problems for
this
McGrath.
is the issue, isn't it? Kettering at the moment. Kettering's left side is looking a little bit shaky.
It is.
It's where the crumbling is happening, isn't it? There's been quite a few chances now on the left-hand side.
Well, the goal came from there, the second goal, didn't it?
The second goal came from there. The first goal came from there as well, actually. Switched round. Kettering have just got to get this left side sorted, and whether... Oh, well, I don't know about that one. Not where the ball went out of play. He's going to take it about here, which means that he's going to have stolen about 10 yards. There's a lot of shouting going on in the penalty area. And it goes. Flicked on by an Alfreton man. Flicked back by Fox and then stabbed away by Fryer. Powell, nothing given. Storer's going through, but he can't keep the ball, and Alfreton come away again. This time it's Kettering's right-hand side that has come open. Chance for Alfreton to get the ball in the box. Deflected cross in. Kennedy calms it down. Well, doesn't really calm it down. Clears the ball long. Powell can't get there. Doesn't matter. It's headed out of the ground by the Alfreton back line.
Still no changes for Kettering. I'm looking
there is
down
one coming,
there.
actually.
Oh, yeah. I can see the board now.
Jay
It's
Williams.
gonna be Jay Williams. You did forecast that, Ed.
Yeah,
so give
who's
yourself,
coming off? I reckon it's probably going to be McGrath, personally.
Yeah, give yourself a
Or
medal
it
for
could
that
be
one.
Richins, obviously. I was going to say it might be Richins because he's on a booking, but that means that about 5 Kettering players are
Well,
also.
that's it. There's quite a few of them. On
It is going to be Richins.
Well, a rejig around there then for Kettering. As I say, Mills on a
5
yellow
at the
card.
back, maybe?
Yeah, but he was on a yellow card from the first 3 minutes, wasn't he? So
He was, yes.
he's done well to survive.
He's done
this
very
booking
well
fest.
to survive, actually.
Yeah,
In all fairness, knowing Michael.
As I say, it's been a booking
Yeah.
fest, hasn't it? So
with that chance from Michael Richins to be sent off, he's done very well to survive. It might be a 5 at the back here for Kettering. They have played that formation before when they've been under the cosh. Although it looks like Jay Williams has just slotted straight into sort of a holding midfield role. Flicked on by Milnes, but then hoofed away. McGrath misjudges it again. Oh, that's a bobbly one back to Adam Collin. And Collin then just clears away. Adam Collin has looked at McGrath and said, "What on earth?"
McGrath's having a mare, isn't he, though, really?
For?
I mean, he's causing all sorts of problems for Kettering at the defence.
Not only has he put it on target, he's put it in the air towards the goalkeeper as well.
I don't think he trusted the ball going on the ground because it might just stay in the...
It's true, but
In the
Adam Collins not going to thank him. Throw in taken. Flicked on. Yeah, it was a foul. Yeah, he's just giving him a little nudge before he got the ball. So, 15 minutes of the second half to go. I can't believe there's still so long to go in this match.
No, it seems to be going on forever, this game, doesn't it?
It doesn't. It's never ending. 2-2 it is. Desmond, you're listening to Poppy's TV audio, sponsored by Algood's Brewery, your local brewers. Colin then. Free kick taken long, looking for Perry. Doesn't win it though. Powell, good touch, but loses the ball out. It's unfortunate for Callum. That's put long. Storer needs to deal with this. In fact, he can allow that one to bounce harmlessly out of play for a throw-in. So yeah, it does look like Jay Williams has slotted straight in where Richards was, that holding midfield role. Williams wins the header, but only to an Alfreton man. Ball put long. McGrath doesn't need to do anything with this one because it rolls straight through to Colin, who takes his time and then lays it straight out to McGrath again. McGrath forward, looking for an option. Clips down towards Conor Kennedy, who gets there. Loses out to 2 Alfreton players though, and that ball forward is going to be held up again by Alfreton. Milnes can't get there. Clip down the line. Anderson's got to do something with this. Really good. Well watched by Javan Anderson. It was coming over his shoulder. He needed to make it because again Reeves was away, and he got enough on it to get it out of the stadium. And another throw in right in front of us here for Alfreton. Just trying to see who it is actually, but he's I still can't see the number he is.
About as close as you can get to a player, we can't see
and
the
I can't
number.
actually see what number he is. 6 it is. Throws it in. A cry of anguish as he realised that was a poor throw. He gets
got the
another
ball back
chance
again
to
though,
put it
hasn't
at
he?
his feet. It's Adam Lund, the man.
Yeah, he puts
it's a
it in,
better
though.
ball in, headed away by McGrath, though, straight to another Alfreton player. Foot in the way by Milnes, and now it's out to Reeves. Jarvan Anderson's been sucked well out of position. But the ball comes forward high, headed away by Fryatt, brought down by the number 10, the captain. And he gets away from Williams, and he's still going, the captain. He may go out to his near side again. Reeves has gone, he's offside. Doesn't matter anyway. It's well over hit for a goal kick. But, linesman was ready to put his flag up had he got on the end of it.
Incidentally, that's Callum Powell's 4th league goal of the season.
Done well, hasn't he?
Most of his goals have been pretty spectacular. I can think of 3 of them straight away that have been pretty good.
Yeah, very good from the man who came to us from Tamworth, who Tamworth fans were saying ran around like a headless chicken and had no end product. It's all about finding the right fit in football, isn't it?
He certainly
and he didn't fit in with Tamworth. He certainly seems to have fit in with this Paul Cox side, and long may it continue. And long may he keep providing us with face of the week entries as well, which I know he's not happy about, but we're going to keep doing it. Thing is, if you say you're not happy about it, we're just going to do it more.
Well, yes, but can he get the ball now, Powell? He can't. He can. He's beaten Fox to it. He's beaten Fox really well. There's a foul there. Now Fox must go in, surely.
That was.
And, let's have a look at this. We'll see if we can make it 5-all on the bookings.
There's no booking
there.
there.
No booking this time, but a good opportunity here for Kettering to get one in that area. Get Carl Perry to.
What's going on here? Substitution.
And it's going to be Ben Stevens.
Stevens on. Who is coming off? DeCarry Sheriff. There we are. So Sheriff comes off for Kettering.
Given his all this afternoon, but to no avail. Had that one opportunity.
Yeah, provided a really good assist for Callum Powell as well, wasn't it? Where we thought the ball was dead and he just kept plugging away.
But not only a good surface for Sherry to apply his skills, but he's done well. On comes Ben Stevens. We know what he can do. He scored the first goal of the month. This season, but it's going to be a free kick. He goes straight into the centre of play as Stevens.
Well, he's not going to be the one getting his head on it, but
no, I wouldn't have thought so.
He's going to cause another thing for Alfreton to think about. McGrath taking this one, swinging in left-footed. It looks a little bit weak. It was, in fact, and Alfreton should be able to bring the ball away, which they unceremoniously do, and try and put into the side of the gantry.
Yeah, that's like a battleship, isn't it? So it wouldn't do any damage to that up there.
Yes, thankfully they've
makes ours look like a frigate. Makes ours look like a rowing boat, doesn't it? The size of that one up there. But Kettering again with the ball. It comes in the penalty area. There's a keeper calls for it.
Yeah.
And at full stretch gathers the ball and delivers it down the centre for Reeves to chase. Anderson's underneath. This is a chase here, but Reeves has got him for pace, and he comes inside him. Tries a shot. Does. That's a goal, boy! Mistake there by Colin. And a mistake by Anderson. It goes through Colin, and the home side take the lead. It's that danger man, Elliot Reeves, that has the third and possibly the winner. We don't know, there's plenty of time to go yet, but it is 3-2 to Alfreton Town. Colin won't be happy. It went through him, and he certainly had the pace on Anderson, who had the yard advantage at one point, lost it. And in he came, inside the penalty area, fired low. Adam Collin got something on it, went underneath him, 3-2.
Yep. I have to say, that's a mistake by the goalkeeper. Had a long time to see it, but got down far too late, squirmed underneath him. But again, it's come from that left-hand side.
Yep. So
it's just a big ball forward, and Kettering can't deal with it.
So for the third time in the game, Kettering are behind, and that goes out harmlessly for a pick-up by, the voice is just about to go here, by Willis. And Kettering with 14 minutes or so plus time added on to get back into this game. Alfreton have had the more of the second half. We did see they look a bit more upbeat, but this left-hand side's a bit of a worry for Kettering. All 3 goals have come from that side. And
just to change it, they're going to go down the right-hand side this time, and they're going to have a chance at it. Storer's done so well.
Foul on Storer as well.
He was fouled. Well, Kettering have got 8 minutes plus whatever they add on to get back into this game for a third successive time. Is it asking too much of the Northamptonshire side to do it for a third time? I think it might be. But
Well,
there's still time.
Stevens plays it to Williams. Out to Storer. Storer puts the ball in for Stevens on the edge of the penalty area. He turns, puts the ball in, a flick on to Storer. Oh, it's to Perry, sorry. Perry here to Powell. Powell, right-footed, deflected, corner. And it's going to be is it a corner or a throw-in? I'm not sure.
Well, Conor Kennedy's going over.
Yeah,
I mean, they're pretty much one and the same, aren't they?
They are.
And throw-ins
I think it
with
might be a
Kettering.
throw-in. I can't see down that bottom.
Well, Milnes,
end.
yeah, it is. Yeah, because
So-
Kennedy now has the ball in his hands right down by the corner flag.
Well, it is a throw-in. It is Conor Kennedy. It comes in the near post. It's flicked on back to Kennedy, who's come to penalty area to take it. Takes a touch. Still Kennedy. He's doing a bit of Muhammad Ali-isms, but has to play the ball back where he should have in the first place. He's wasted some time there as the defence has rejigged. Back to Callum Powell. He's knocked off the ball, but does well. Callum Powell. Still Callum Powell. And penalty.
Yeah,
it
it
is.
is.
That's a penalty.
Yeah. Powell had run his way past the Alfreton man. We're a long way away. It looked like a penalty.
Blatant, Ed, blatant. But you've got to say the penalty taker has just gone off.
Yes, he has. But I have to say, I have to be really honest. And we have been as unbiased as we can today.
No, we don't.
No, but today we have been as
yes, we
unbiased
have.
as possible. It looked a penalty.
Yeah.
And even if it wasn't one, the Alfreton player has given the referee a decision to make, which you just don't want to do at this level. Powell has picked himself up to take it. So Powell has the chance to get Kettering level for the third time in this game, and Kettering will not have a better opportunity than this. They just won't. Powell steps up, right-footed. Goal it is! 3-3. Kettering are back in this level for the third time in this game. And, well, for all of the defensive frailties that Kettering have shown today, the attacking intent has been there. And the way that they've done that has been fantastic. It's been their pace.
Third
going
penalty
forward.
of the season for Kettering. Third goal of the season from a penalty as well.
That's unusual.
And 2 for Sheriff and 1 for Callum Powell. He's now scored 5 league goals. And
when was the last time we scored 3 penalties in a row?
well, in a row, yeah. You night tested me. I think about 1984. I think.
Well,
But,
it's all smiles, but there's still 5 minutes of this game to go where it may not be all smiles. This has been such a topsy-turvy game. Who knows what's going on?
Well, we had a 3-3 draw at Hereford this season. It's 3-3 here at the moment with still time looming.
Oh,
Can Kettering snatch a winner? And
Kettering have got to be better on these clearances. I'm sorry, they're not clearing the midfield with the clearances. You've got to be turning them round, or at least making their centre halves under pressure, because it's just going to come back at you off.
Powell fell over there.
fell
You
over,
can't
yeah.
say anything there, Callum.
No.
It definitely was a fall over. Here's the danger man,
Javon
though, as he's
Anderson
beaten
has been beaten
Anderson again. It is Reeves puts the ball in,
he's
and
missed.
there was a good chance.
Corner.
It's gone for a goal kick.
He says.
But
Well,
certainly,
I didn't see who that came off.
I thought it came off Milnes. But
I thought it came off Milnes personally, but the referee and
Elliot
linesman,
Reeves, they're certainly giving him all the ammunition to go and get the winner here or cross the winner. He is a danger player, and Kettering can't live with him.
I wonder whether it's worth taking Anderson off and putting someone like Price on just at a wing-back role. Maybe bring Williams into a centre-half, go with the back 5, put Price as a wing-back and allow him to get forward every now and then, but just try to counter the pace of Reeves, because really Anderson's not dealt with him. Anderson's not a bad player, I'm not saying that at all. It's just that sometimes in football you get beaten by
and here we
your
go
opposite
again.
number.
It's flicked on again, and Anderson has brought him down. It's going to be a throw-in, and the Alfreton
Not a
bench
foul.
goes
It's not a
absolutely
foul.
ballistic,
It's not a
wanting
foul.
a foul.
It's
It
not a
wasn't
foul.
a foul, of
It's
course.
not a foul. It's not a foul.
And little Powell there having a smirk at Reeves as it gets underway. It's McGrath.
Oh, McGrath!
Come back. McGrath's made another mistake, and in comes Reeves. He's going to put one in here.
Oh, he's missed.
Oh, he's missed
He's
a
missed.
sitter. He's
He's
missed a
missed.
sitter. That looked like a goal all the way, and he fires it over the bar. But once again, McGrath.
Kettering are doing their
Suicidal.
best. They're doing their best to make sure that Alfreton come away with 3 points here. You have to say. They are trying their best to give Alfreton another chance at goal. Goodness me, lots of listen. Well, you can't hear it on the mics annoyingly, but we can hear the post-mortem, if you like, from that going on the pitch. There were players.
It's panic stations,
screaming
isn't
at
it?
each
It's
other.
panic stations.
Yeah, there were players absolutely screaming at each other.
Not sure what language that was, but it's
it's Brummy, annoyingly.
Brummy, I think. So you know who that was.
Cole Perry said, McGrath, you've had 3 touches. How many more do you want? Take 1 touch and get rid of it.
Well, exactly right.
And he is right, actually, Cole Perry, I have to say. Just get rid of the ball. And what did I say? These clearances are not beating the midfield. And it's costing Kettering here because the balls just keep coming straight back at them. If you get it back to the centre half, you've got a chance to move out and play in the midfield.
The problem Kettering are going to have in the last few minutes, Ed, if they play the ball to Reeves and Anderson actually loses control and brings him down, I think
he's going to have to. Honestly,
because he can't keep up with him.
I think if this happens again, Anderson's got to. Is he booked? Is he one of the players not booked?
Yes, he's booked.
He's booked. I don't know.
The ball comes in anyway, and here's Powell. Can he get a hat-trick? Surely not. He's going to have a shot. Oh, and it's just gone wide. Great effort there from Powell, who puts his head into his hands. Just went wide of George Willis. And was that the chance that Kettering had to win the game? They both had a chance now.
Shot.
There's still 3 minutes. What a great shot from a cute angle that was. And just went by the post. Kettering are lucky not to win it at the death. There's still a few minutes to go, plus time added on, of course. And
I have to say, I'm glad he had a shot rather than what you said he did.
Well, yes, he could have gone
I know people have heavy Christmas dinners, but McGrath wins the header. Storer, I'm getting it wrong now, has all the time in the world to deal with this. And he's taking all the time in the world, which Kettering are not happy about. It'll come away again. Fryatt, touch. Needs to get rid of it. Into Ben Stevens. Stevens not really had a touch of the ball. Did he come on? Oh, and nearly gives it straight back to the centre half. And Kettering get away with one again. Stevens into Kennedy. Kennedy back to Stevens. Stevens tries to play the ball out to Powell. It's cut out and away come Alfreton again, but a poor pass, and McGrath this time under no pressure plays it to Javan Anderson. Anderson into Williams. Williams to Powell. All the action on this left-hand side down in front of the Kettering dugout. Moments left of this game. Cuts back onto his right foot. Powell, ball in, cleared away at the front post. There's not going to be a Kettering head on it, is there? No, it's not. It's the number 9 who gets there. And foul. And I think Kettering will take that because it stopped attack by Alfreton and they get to come back in with shape. I make it 20 seconds of the 90 plus whatever the referee is adding on, which I guess there will probably be a bit of it. 4 goals in this second half.
4 minutes then probably will go up on the board. We
It's
didn't
the standard,
see it last
isn't
time.
it?
We are now into the last 30 seconds of the game.
Well, last 5 seconds I make it.
Oh yeah, you're right, yeah. And
I can see the lights on the top of the stand, which means the board's on, as the floodlights here have a little bit of a wobble. Headed away by McGrath. Milnes.
So 3 minutes as Kennedy puts the ball through, that's too heavy, giving Powell no chance whatsoever. Yeah, I thought they got dull actually out there early on.
They flickered every now and then throughout this second half. I think it's just when there's a gust of wind, they sort of wobble a little bit, which throws the light about. But just not a good day for Blythe Spartans. Currently gone to Darlington and losing 6-0.
6-0?
Yeah, Boston are winning 4-0 away at Farsley. But here, there's been 6 goals at Darlington and 6 goals here. There's chance, and a chance for another one. Absolutely free header there for Alfreton. Goes to no one though. Kennedy wins the flick on, but doesn't get enough on it. Manages to get the ball away from 3 Alfreton players, and Storer lobs that one forward. Headed up and not really away by Fox. Stevens underneath it. Fox clears it. Milnes picks it up halfway inside Alfreton territory. 1 minute of the added gone. Stevens, Milnes flicks it through. Should be dealt with by Alfreton. And it's only out for a Kettering throw in.
Well, it's the best place to be
at
this time of the match is deep into the Alfreton half. It's going to be a long throw in from Connor Kennedy. 47th minute we're in.
Only Reeves up top, but Reeves is the man you want up top if you're an Alfreton fan, because the pace that he's possessed has done Kettering all ends up this afternoon. If you have to pick a man of the match, it has to be Reeves if you're doing an unbiased one. We'll try and think of our Kettering man of the match in a minute, but we'll wait to see where this throw goes. Launched in, flicked on, still in play. Ball in, Kennedy, headed away. Cleared away, is it? It is cleared away. It'll be another throw-in for Kettering. Nearly 2 of the 3 gone. A chance for Kennedy to put this back in again. Hush comes over the deserted Impact Arena as the ball comes in. Flicked away. Cleared away. Milnes may need to just take a foul here, although he might be booked. And actually he's tackled and Kennedy's kept it in. Milnes looking for an option. Tries to go down the line. Wins a throw-in on the halfway line. We've had 2.5 of the 3.
All the action's been in the Alfreton half with this extra time.
Throw-in taken short. Storer. Long ball in. Anderson can't win the header. Powell is going to have to stop the man going forward. He doesn't. Long ball forward. Kettering have got to deal with this. Colin has got all the time in the world, but it stops for him and he clears away. It's fallen straight to an Alfreton man whose diving header skews off his head and goes out of play for a throw-in in front of the home dugout. I make it 3 minutes is just about up.
Well, whatever happens here, you've got to give Kettering
sure
credit
how,
for the fight back each time.
You have to, actually. The spirit they've shown is incredible, but
3 goals behind.
They will not be happy with the goals they concede,
no.
Especially the second and third.
Exactly.
Especially the second and third.
But,
that's still an absolute melee. Referee's not blown his whistle yet. Ball down. Colin has to do something with this.
Well, there we
go. There is the full-time whistle. It's finished here in what has been an absolutely explosive end to 2020. It's Alfreton Town 3, Kettering Town 3. Paul, sum that up.
Well, it'll be hard to do it in the time we've got, Ed. You'll be able to see it on the highlights later. But Kettering coming back from 1-0 down, 2-1 down, and 3-2 down. And 3-3 is the final score. As Ed said, defensively Kettering were suicidal at times, and the left-hand side certainly gave Kettering some problems. But the fight back and the spirit in Kettering's side is there. You can see it. They didn't give up. They kept fighting. Possibly could have won it with a shot there from Powell at the end. Alfreton don't deserve to be in the position they're in the league. They're a decent side. They've got a very good player in Elliot Reeves, and Kettering's spirit really showed this afternoon. Paul Cox out there with John Ramshaw, just having a chat with all the players, obviously. So everyone is friendly in now, but there were 9 bookings in this game, and it was very feisty at times. And Paul Cox walking off. Hopefully we'll try and get a word with him at some point. We will see on that one. But from Ed Palmer and myself, we'll see you at Brackley Town on Saturday. It is a fantastic 3-3 thriller here at the Impact Arena. Alfreton Town 3, Kettering Town 3. Good night.
Good night.